Have you ever had that feeling of surprise when a woman suddenly withdraws, stops texting, or becomes emotionally distant? It's a very confusing feeling, as if someone you've connected with has suddenly vanished into thin air. In those moments, it's easy to feel confused, rejected, or even desperate to fix things. But here's the truth: the high-value man does not chase. When a woman pulls away, it's not a crisis, it's an opportunity, a chance to prove to the world and yourself that you don't need anyone else to complete you. In this video, we're going to walk through the calm, confident, and empowering steps you can take when faced with this situation. You'll learn how to handle the silence, refocus on personal growth, and gain emotional control, all while remaining magnetic and attractive. So let's dive into how you can handle distance without losing your sense of self or purpose. Section 1. Embrace the silence. When a woman starts pulling away, the first thing most men do is panic. They feel that silence is something to be feared. They start texting obsessively, calling repeatedly, or overthinking every interaction. But here's a secret: silence is not your enemy. In fact, silence is power. When she pulls away, it's important to recognize that this is her space, not a rejection of who you are. She might need time to process, reflect, or simply get clear on her feelings, but what matters is how you handle it. The high-value man doesn't chase or beg for attention. He understands that his time, energy, and emotional state are precious. Instead of chasing after her, you remain calm, centered, and composed. Embrace the silence. It's an opportunity for both of you to reflect and grow. Rather than reaching out again and again, focus on your own life. You can give her space to miss you. Silence, when handled correctly, becomes a moment for her to reflect on your value, while you maintain your sense of self-respect and strength. The key here is to remember that your worth is not tied to anyone else's actions. By staying silent, you send the message that you are whole on your own, that you don't need anyone to validate you. So, take a step back. Let the silence be your opportunity to reclaim your focus and your peace. Section 2. Focus on self-improvement. When you're faced with distance from a woman, it can feel like your world has suddenly gone off balance. You might think, "What did I do wrong?" or "What can I fix?" The truth is, most of the time, it's not about what you did, but about what you can do next, and that's to focus on self-improvement. This is not the time to spiral into self-doubt or obsess over her. This is the perfect opportunity to redirect that energy into growing yourself. Self-improvement is not just about getting better for her, it's about getting better for you. Think about the areas in your life that you've neglected: your health, your fitness, your career, your personal passions. This is your time to reconnect with your goals and create a life that you feel proud of. Whether it's hitting the gym to get stronger, reading books to expand your knowledge, or mastering a new skill, this is the moment to take action. A man of value does not wait for others to inspire him. He motivates himself. So use the time when she distances herself to reconnect with your purpose. Invest in yourself. Become the best version of yourself, not because you're hoping to win her back, but because your life should be filled with meaning, regardless of anyone else's presence. This self-investment will also pay off in how you carry yourself. As you improve your mind and body, you'll naturally become more attractive. People, especially women, are drawn to those who are actively improving their lives. And remember, it's not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming the best version of the person you already are. Section 3. Master emotional control. Let's face it, when someone distances themselves, the natural reaction is emotional turbulence. You might feel anxious, rejected, or even upset. It's easy to slip into frustration and let your emotions guide your actions. But a high-value man doesn't let his emotions control him. Emotional control is key. In these moments of silence, it's crucial to pause and take a breath before reacting. Instead of rushing to text her or ask what went wrong, you need to be mindful of your feelings and responses. Emotions, especially those tied to fear or insecurity, can cloud judgment. That's why it's so important to learn how to master your emotions, not suppress them. The high-value man understands that his emotions are his to manage. He doesn't act out of frustration or desperation. Instead, he takes a moment to reflect on why he feels a certain way and chooses his response intentionally. Here's what you can do. When you feel that rush of emotion, take a few deep breaths. Step away from the situation. Go for a walk, meditate, or do something that calms your mind. This space between emotion and action is where your true power lies. By controlling your emotions, you're not only maintaining your peace, you're also showing her that you're not dependent on her actions to feel stable or secure. You are already a man of emotional strength. Controlling your emotions doesn't just make you more attractive, it also makes you a better partner in a long-term relationship. You show that you can handle challenges with maturity rather than reacting impulsively. Section 4. Reconnect with your passions. When a woman distances herself, it can feel like something important has been taken away from you. The truth is, nothing is taken from you unless you let it. You have the power to reclaim your focus and your joy by reconnecting with the things that truly make you feel alive. What are the things you've been neglecting? The hobbies, passions, or projects that used to excite you. This is the perfect moment to dive back into them. Reconnecting with your passions is more than just a distraction. It's a way to restore your sense of self-worth and purpose. The more time you spend in pursuit of your passions, the more you remind yourself of your own value and uniqueness. Whether it's playing music, painting, running, or even learning a new language, these activities remind you that your happiness does not depend on anyone else's approval. When you're genuinely passionate about something, your energy becomes magnetic. And here's the secret. The more you invest in yourself through your passions, the more attractive you become, not just to her but to the world around you. Section 5. Build a solid social circle. Isolation is dangerous, especially when you're dealing with emotional distance. It's easy to retreat inward, focusing all your energy on the woman who's pulling away. But this is when you need your social circle the most. A strong social circle acts as your emotional anchor. When you surround yourself with friends, family, and mentors who uplift and support you, you reinforce your sense of identity and purpose. You're reminded that you are valued beyond the attention of one person. So what can you do? Reconnect with old friends. Make plans with people who inspire you and help you grow. These relationships act as a reminder that you're not defined by any one interaction. You are part of a greater community. And here's the thing. The stronger your social circle, the less likely you are to obsess over one person. You'll have a wider range of emotional support and a better sense of perspective. The key to emotional resilience is to never let any one person or situation control your sense of self-worth. A high-value man doesn't isolate himself when faced with challenges. Instead, he strengthens his relationships and continues building a network that empowers him. Section 6. Let her come to you. One of the most powerful things you can do when a woman distances herself is stop chasing and let her come to you. This is where many men get it wrong. They assume that if they just try harder, text more, or make grand gestures, they can win her back. But this strategy often backfires, chasing signals desperation, and desperation is the opposite of attraction. Attraction thrives on mystery and challenge. When you pull away, even for a short time, you give her the space to reflect on the relationship and her feelings for you. She starts to miss you, not because you're unreachable or playing games, but because you are a man who is not so easily swayed by emotional ups and downs. Think about it. When someone is always available, their presence becomes predictable. You want to be a man who values his time and energy, which makes your presence more meaningful. The more you stay true to your own life, and the less you chase after her, the more likely she is to see your value. It's not about playing games. It's about showing her that your world is full of purpose and you don't need her to feel fulfilled. This doesn't mean cutting off contact entirely or ignoring her needs. It means remaining confident and grounded even when there's distance. Don't go out of your way to win her attention. Instead, focus on being the man you know you are, and let her make the choice to step back into your life when she's ready. By letting her come to you, you show that you are the prize, and the more you embody this self-assured energy, the more likely she is to respect and desire you. Section 7. Learn to let go. Perhaps the hardest part of handling emotional distance is knowing when it's time to let go. As a high-value man, you should always be open to the possibility that not every woman is meant to stay in your life. It's painful, but it's also empowering. Letting go doesn't mean you failed. It means you understand your own worth and you're willing to walk away from something that no longer serves you. The truth is, people come and go, relationships evolve, and sometimes, despite your best efforts, things just don't work out. It's easy to cling to someone, hoping they'll change or come back around. But holding on too tightly can create a sense of desperation, which is a turnoff. A high-value man knows when to walk away with his head held high. When a woman becomes distant, don't blame yourself. It doesn't diminish your worth. Sometimes, the best thing you can do is to let her go and focus on your own life. There's no need to beg, explain, or chase after her. If she chooses to come back, she will, but it should never be because you manipulated the situation. When you let go, you free yourself up to welcome new opportunities. You create space for people who truly appreciate you, who are willing to walk with you and share your feelings. Remember that your value isn't tied to any one person's affection. You are complete as you are, and your life is full of infinite potential. Letting go allows you to regain emotional freedom. It's not about giving up on love. It's about trusting that love will come when the time is right. And when it does, it will be with someone who truly appreciates you for the man you are. Section 8. Practice patience. Patience is a powerful trait of a high-value man. It's easy to feel urgency when a woman starts distancing herself, but the truth is, the best things in life require time and patience. Patience is not about waiting passively. It's about maintaining your strength and confidence as you wait for the right things to unfold. When you practice patience, you show that you're not desperate for outcomes. You're confident that whatever happens is meant to be, and you're willing to wait for the right opportunities to emerge. In the context of relationships, this means you don't need immediate answers or immediate closeness. You allow things to develop naturally. Think of patience like cultivating a garden. It takes time for things to grow. You plant the seeds, tend to them, but you don't rush them. Patience gives space for growth, both for you and for the relationship. It gives both you and her time to reflect, to evolve, and to come back together with a stronger foundation. If she chooses to return, it will be because the relationship has been given the proper time and space to flourish. But remember, patience doesn't mean waiting forever. It means waiting with confidence, knowing that you are worthy of love and respect. Section 9. The power of self-respect. At the core of everything you do, when a woman distances herself, is self-respect. A high-value man doesn't need validation from anyone, especially not from someone who is emotionally unavailable. Self-respect is the foundation on which all of your actions should be based. When you respect yourself, you don't settle for behavior that doesn't align with your values. You don't tolerate mistreatment, nor do you chase after someone who isn't investing in you. Respecting yourself means knowing your worth and expecting others to respect that as well. This is why, when a woman distances herself, it's important to stand firm in your own principles. Do not lower your standards or change who you are to gain her attention. You are valuable because of who you are, not because of how much someone else values you. And when you respect yourself, you show her that you have a life of your own, that you can exist without her. And that's incredibly attractive. Self-respect also means not tolerating excuses. If a woman isn't giving you the attention, time, or emotional investment you deserve, don't stick around hoping things will change. You owe it to yourself to walk away from anything that doesn't honor your value. Ultimately, self-respect will elevate you. When you make decisions based on your own worth, others will take notice, and the right people, the ones who truly see your value, will show up, while those who don't will naturally fall away. When a woman distances herself, it's an opportunity for growth, reflection, and self-improvement. A high-value man doesn't react impulsively or desperately. Instead, he stays calm, focuses on his own development, and respects his own worth. By embracing silence, honing emotional control, and practicing patience, you create space for healthy relationships that are built on mutual respect and admiration. Remember, your value doesn't depend on anyone else, and the best thing you can do when faced with emotional distance is to stay grounded in your own life. Trust that if it's meant to be, she will come back, and if not, you'll continue to grow into the best version of yourself. Thank you for watching. If this video resonated with you, hit the like button, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more advice on how to become the best version of yourself. Stay high value, and remember, you are enough.